Hello everyone. In this video, let me give a brief lecture about Halley-Hamilton theorem. There are 17 branches has the engineering mathematics syllabus in GATE examination. In this video, I talk about only GATE examination. 17 branches also has the linear algebra topic, but only one of these 17 branches has a Halley-Hamilton theorem syllabus. The branch name is XE, Engineering Sciences. Halley-Hamilton theorem mentioned only in the XE branch, but it is a common syllabus for engineering students. So all branch students have the opportunity to ask the question from this topic, Halley-Hamilton theorem topic. Next, I tell the weightage of Halley-Hamilton theorem subtopic. In GATE examination, maximum 3 to 2 marks questions comes from linear algebra topic. The probability for asking a question from Halley-Hamilton theorem is half percentage, that is 0.05. It is very low because only one question has been asked on this topic in the last 5 years GATE question papers in 17 branches. So the probability value is very low, that is 0.05. Now let's move on to the concept. First I explain what is Halley-Hamilton theorem. Halley-Hamilton theorem statement is every square matrix satisfies its own characteristic equation. Every square matrix satisfies its own characteristic equation. Suppose A is a matrix of order n by n. What is the definition of characteristic equation? Determinant of A minus lambda I equal to 0. This is the definition of characteristic equations. Next, how to write the characteristic equations? Suppose C naught lambda power n plus C1 lambda power n minus 1 plus etc. Cn minus 1 lambda plus Cn equal to 0 is the characteristic equation of a square matrix of order n. Suppose this is a characteristic equation of a square matrix of order n, then C naught a power n plus C1 a power n minus 1 plus etc. Cn minus 1 a plus Cni, because these are all matrix. So here I multiply I. This is equal to 0. Here a is replaced by lambda is replaced by a in the characteristic equation. The constant term Cn should be replaced by Cni. Then you get the Halley-Hamilton theorem. That means Halley-Hamilton theorem means lambda is replaced by A in the characteristic equation. The constant term Cn should be replaced by Cni. Then to get the result of Halley-Hamilton theorem. Here I is the identity matrix of order n, and right hand side 0 means 0 matrix, that called null matrix of order n. Null matrix of order n. Null matrix means all the elements are 0. This is not 0. This is a 0 matrix. That means null matrix of order n. Null matrix means all the elements are 0. This is a Halley-Hamilton theorem. Shortly, you say every square matrix satisfies its own characteristic equation. This is a Halley-Hamilton theorem. Next, I explain the uses of Halley-Hamilton theorem. That means when will you use Halley-Hamilton theorem? The first use is this theorem provides alternative method for finding the inverse of a matrix. This theorem provides alternative method for finding the inverse of a matrix. Next, let me explain how to find the inverse of a matrix by using Halley-Hamilton theorem. Halley-Hamilton theorem, what is Halley-Hamilton theorem statement? Every square matrix satisfies its own characteristic equation. That means lambda is replaced by A in the characteristic equation. That is C naught a power n minus 1 plus, sorry, a power n, C naught a power n plus C1 a power n minus 1 plus etc. Cn minus 1 a plus C naught Cn I. This is equal to 0. This is the Halley-Hamilton theorem statement. How to get A inverse by using that theorem statement? If A is non-singular, then only we can get A inverse. This is very, very important. If A is non-singular, then only we can get A inverse using that theorem. Multiplying both sides by A inverse, then we can get C naught A power n minus 1. Multiplying A inverse, C1 A power n minus 2 plus etc. Cn minus 1 I. A into A inverse is I plus Cn A inverse. I into A inverse is A inverse. This is equal to 0. So finally I write A inverse equal to minus 1 by Cn into C naught A and A power n minus 1 plus C1 A power n minus 2 plus etc. Cn minus 1 I. This is the formula for finding A inverse by using Halley-Hamilton theorem. The next use is using this theorem, any positive integral power of A can be expressed as a linear combination of those of lower degree. That means by using Halley-Hamilton theorem, you can find the higher powers of A values. You can find the higher powers of A values. This is the second use. By using Halley-Hamilton theorem, you can find the higher powers of A values. That means you can find A cube, A power 4, etc. How to find the higher powers of A? I explain. This is the Halley-Hamilton theorem statement. C naught A power n plus C1 A power n minus 1. If we multiply the both sides by A, then we can get C naught, this one is first, this is second use. C naught A power n plus 1 because I multiply A in this equation. Then we can get C naught A power n plus 1 plus C1 A power n plus etc. Cn minus 1 A square plus Cn A equal to 0. Then A power n plus 1 equal to minus 1 by C naught into C1 A power n plus C2 A power n minus 1 plus etc. Cn minus 1 A square plus Cna. This is the formula for finding higher powers of A, that is A power n plus 1. Higher positive integral powers of A can be computed only when if you know the powers of A of lower degree. Suppose you want to find the A power n minus 1 value, then you have to know A power n minus 1, A square, etc. A values. Okay, then only you can find the higher powers of A value, higher positive integral powers of A value. These two are the main important use of Halley-Hamilton theorem. Next, we are going to see how to easily find the higher powers of A using Halley-Hamilton theorem and how to find the inverse of a matrix by using Halley-Hamilton theorem. By using Halley-Hamilton theorem, you can find the higher powers of A values. That means you can find the A cube, A power 4, etc. Here, I explain one problem. That problem is, first problem, A equal to 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0. Find A cube. In this problem, you have to find the higher powers of A. So, here I use Halley-Hamilton theorem. What is Halley-Hamilton theorem? Every square matrix satisfies its own characteristic equation. So first I have to find the characteristic equation. How to find the characteristic equation of one 3 by 3 matrix? Lambda cube minus C1 lambda square plus C2 lambda minus C3 equal to 0, where C1 equal to sum of the principal diagonal elements. Here all elements are 0, so C1 equal to 0. C2 equal to sum of the minus of principal diagonal elements. That is minus 1, minus 1, minus 1 equal to minus 3. How to get? First minor is deleting this row and this row, the determinant of this one 0 1 1 0, that is 0 minus 1 minus 1. Similarly, we can get deleting this row and this column, we can get the second element, and deleting this column and this row, we can get the third element. This is the minor of second order of the principal diagonal element. C3 equal to determinant of A. Determinant of A is 0 into anything is 0 and minus 1 into minus 1 plus 1 into plus 1. This is equal to 2. So these are the C1, C2, C3 values. So finally I got the characteristic equation lambda cube minus C1 lambda square. C1 is 0. So 0 lambda square plus C2 lambda. C2 is minus 3. So minus 3 lambda minus C3. So here minus 2 equal to 0. By Halley-Hamilton theorem means every square matrix satisfies its own characteristic equation. So this square matrix satisfies this characteristic equation. That means a cube minus 0a square. So next I write 3a minus 2i. This is equal to 0. By using this theorem statement, you can find a cube value. A cube is 3a plus 2i. Here lambda square coefficient is 0, then only you can easily find the a cube value. Otherwise it is very difficult, because you have to find the a square value. Suppose the coefficient of lambda square is not equal to 0, then you have to find the a square value, then only you can find the a cube value. So in this case, finding a cube value is very simple, because here a square coefficient is 0. So a cube equal to 3a plus 2i. 3 into a is 0 1 1, that is 3 into a 0 1 1 1 0 1 1 1 0, and 2i means 2 into I 2 0 0 0 2 0 0 0 2. I is the matrix, identity matrix of order 3. Okay, so multiplying this value and adding these two, we can get 0 plus 2 2 3 3 3 2 3 3 3 2. This is the a cube value. This is the a cube value. In this type of question only asked in the GATE examination, because here simplification is very easy. That means you doesn't find the a square value. A square value. Because a square coefficient is 0. So in this type of question only asked in the GATE examination, because time constraint is very important in GATE examinations. Similarly, you can find the inverse of a matrix by using Halley-Hamilton theorem. These are the main uses and concepts in Halley-Hamilton theorem. In the next video, forthcoming videos, I solve previous year GATE questions related to this topic, Halley-Hamilton theorem topic. See you. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe my channel to encourage me. Thank you.